Hey folks, it's Neil. Let's do a mix. Before I start anything, the last thing we did here was we kind of made a rough mix of the drums, bass, everything, and changed some pans a little bit here so everything could fit a little bit better in the mix. Sounds like this right now.
To Santa Fe.
So what I'm going to do first now, while all this is together, I'm going to take every track, every single one of these guys. I'm going to instantiate a console emulation. My preferred one is the Waves version of, it's called nonlinear summing, which is NLS. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take Shift, Control, Option, and what that's going to do is it's going to allow me to grab that NLS channel and move it across each one of these and keep them in order. And what I mean by that is the first channel here is channel 1. My last channel, way over here, channel 19. That keeps it kind of laid out in a console like normal. And the emulation of these is really pretty good. It controls the amount of phase drift and a couple other cool things that kind of give you a cool sound, just like a console would. So let me grab the bus version of that on the mix bus, NLS bus. And on this one, I'm going to select VCA group 1 because all of these channels are in that same group, that VCA group 1. You can see it right there. They kind of come up that way standard. What that's going to allow me to do is change the whole sound by coming down here and changing the sound of the console right there across the whole thing. That's why I'm doing that. So the first one, this is an SSL board. This is an EMI board from Abbey Road. This is a Neve board. They all sound a little bit different. Typically, I like the mic best. That's the EMI board. Let's take a listen to it right fast. If this is yellow, that means that it's bypassed. So we're going to start with that, and then I'm going to turn it on, and we'll take a listen to it.
To Santa Fe.
Let me do that again. Check out the harmonics that kind of get added into that. The sound will kind of spread out a little bit as well. Here we go.
To Santa Fe.
Right on. I'm digging that. All right, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take all of these tracks and select them as groups. So like the drums, I'm going to send this as a group through an auxiliary. And the way I do that, I'm going to hit Shift Command N in Pro Tools. We're going to create a stereo auxiliary. I'm now going to route that auxiliary to the mix bus, but the input of that auxiliary is going to be a bus called drum sub. Now I'm going to take all those drums and we're going to send those to the drum sub. I'm going to make that a brighter color. I'm going to do what's called solo safe, which means I can listen to any of these in solo and they will come through the auxiliary to the mix bus and I can listen to it like this. Excellent. Now that I've done that, I'm going to call this the drum sub. We're going to do that to all of these, and I'll be right back. Okay, now we have all of the drums being sent to the drum sub here. It's going out to the mix bus over here. Same thing for the bass, is going through another auxiliary or a sub. Same thing for the electric guitars. You see those going to the E guitar sub, also going to the mix bus. Same thing for the keys, the lead vocals, and the background vocals. All set up to go through these individual subgroups or subpaths or auxiliaries so that we can automate those later. We can affect them over a whole instead of doing individual tracks. Makes everything a lot easier in the long run. Next up, what we'll do, EQ compression, reverbs, and as we go, these things will get kind of bigger. You know, this whole group with the reverbs and stuff, it will add up to feed this auxiliary for each individual group here. So that's it for now. Take care. Hope everybody's well.